Next up on our list of stocks that are in this electronic business-to-business type environment is a company called Cognition Holdings, previously known as Foneworx. Okay, their core business is providing telecommunication, switching, and business services. Their core product is something which is a call to action, they call it, where effectively, for example, Strictly Come Dancing, the television program, you know those SMS services where you got to vote for the different people. They run that back end, which, as you can imagine, is something where they're interacting with some pretty high-end technology, utilizing the mobile networks. People are paying for that because there's premium services involved. They outsource that service to other companies, like the media companies that want to market those programs. But in addition to that, people who might be running something that's on the back of a cereal box or a retailer, all of the above. Market cap of this company, 295 million rand. So relatively modestly sized. Price earnings ratio 10.22, dividend yield of 5.53%. So a good payer.
Yeah.
Interesting niche, a little bit difficult to understand and get one's head around, and where the revenues might be a bit lumpy, but that's quite a nice niche in which to operate.
Yeah, it's almost repositioning itself as a media company and marketing via mobile, and it's SMS type marketing. LinkedIn, as you say, often to promotional activity on the one hand, or sort of reality TV on the other, seem to be its two big trends. And yes, the name change and the whole repositioning of the company to be more of an investment holding company with all these divisions underneath it. They still have the traditional business, which I think was the least cost routing.
Yes,
is actually,
and a fax mail service as well.
Yes, which apparently is those are highly profitable businesses. Least cost routing is sort of going by the wayside. There's that whole sector is changing dramatically, and hence maybe the repositioning to go away from that into this media. And there's been a little bit of corporate action around the shareholding in the business.
Yes. Talk to us about that, because the business was founded by a guy called Mark Smith, who sold Shield to Massmart early in his career and then took the money and got into this arena.
Yes.
He, though, at some point in the last year or so, got the Kirsch family involved, but that's not who's involved in the shareholding anymore, right?
Yeah, they seem to make quite a nifty profit, a relatively quick turn on it, and the repositioning of the company into the media space has attracted Caxton as a shareholder. So you'll see that transaction between the Kirsch family, I think it was called Active Value or something, their vehicle, and they sold it to Caxton. That magic number of just below 35%.
Yes.
So around 34%.
Which is interesting, because Caxton has got a couple of sort of exploratory stakes in things. Obviously, Terry Millman and Noel Coburn like this kind of thing. They own a bit of, the company that owns Kai FM. They've got a bit of MoneyWeb. They've got a bit of all sorts of other assets in the media industry which they don't control, but which they think obviously could give them an entree into the sort of digital media side of things.
Yeah, so they've obviously had to try diverse away from the heavy print media that they're in, and very strong in that, but that I think is a real sunset industry.
Look, we regrettably now have no share chart because of the name change. It sort of messes up our screen system, but I think it's done sort of okay-ish recently. But we're out of time, so how are we going to call this one? Is it hot or not? How do you feel about the business prospects?
I'll give it the benefit of doubt, and so with a repositioning, I'll be hot on this one.
Okay, cool. Good. I like that. I'm going to go with you as well. I think it's an interestingly positioned business, and the profitability of the business was pretty good in the past. So I'm going to stick my neck out, even though it's pretty small. We don't normally look at companies that small and give them the hot, so that's a nice sign of confidence.